just witnessed my mum having a super senior moment. I started videoing and she walked in, looked all around the room, looked straight at me but couldn't see me. She's losing the plot in the nicest possible way. Happy New Year. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. We've had a really, really good time. Family, friends, that kind of thing. I'm up in Nottingham at the moment visiting my mum and my family. We went to see Nottingham Panthers yesterday. That was really good fun. Thought I'd come on quickly and just do a review of 3 books that I got over the Christmas period. This one was a present from my lovely sister-in-law and my brother, all about mindfulness, 100 days of mindfulness. So I thought it's a really nice idea to look at things that you're grateful for, who do you need to forgive, that kind of thing. So I think I'm going to give it a go. I haven't started it yet. Obviously it's day 1 today. Day 1 is the hardest one though. Yeah, day 1 is the hardest one because the first question is, who are you? Do you think they mean just, my name's Kirsten, I live in Devon? Or does it need to be deep? Who am I? There we go. But anyway, I think the questions get easier as you go along. How do you feel about today? What are your mindful goals? What makes your soul happy? I'm going to give it a go, but I didn't want to fill it in before showing you because obviously things like that I think are private. Okay, the next book was a present from my mum. So I'm called Mrs. Hinch. She saw this on the shelf and thought, oh, what an interesting book to send to my daughter, because she's Mrs. Hinch. When she gave it to me, I tried to look very grateful, but I can't say I'm over enamoured with Mrs. Hinch and her cleaning practices. I don't find it interesting, and I find it all very grey. But I smiled and said thank you. Later on, when my mum had a chance to actually look at the book and read it, she did apologise for buying it for me. I don't know, maybe you've got this book, maybe you really enjoy it. It's not for me. I find it slightly patronising. Things like, list your top 10 favourite cleaning products, and then, you know, colour in a picture of my dog. I don't know, it's just, yeah, not my cup of tea at all. So if anybody wants to buy a Mrs. Hinch activity journal, let me know. Thirdly, this book I bought from myself, which is why the price label's still on there. It's from The Works, you know, the bargain book place. Now, it's called the Diabetes Weight Loss Cookbook. I ignored the diabetes and the weight loss bit because I knew that for diabetes you're recommended a low carb diet. So that's what I was interested in, the low carb recipes, and there's loads of really good low carb recipes in there. But what I found really interesting was at the beginning there is a whole section on explaining the sugar in food, how your body converts foods into sugar. So how starchy carbs affect your blood sugar, and it tells you, so for instance, cereal, a 30-gram serving of Cocoa Pops is the equivalent to 7.3 teaspoons of sugar. And there's listings there for different cereals and fruits and things, which is really interesting. And when I'm trying to explain to my mum why I eat low carb, this book explains it really well. So if you're interested in low carb and you want to read up a bit more about it and how it affects your body and things like that, it's really interesting introduction in this book. And then obviously there's the cook recipes as well. And I think this chap is Italian by the name Giancarlo Caldesi. Sounds Italian to me, so the food's got to be good. So I've already spotted some recipes that I'd like to try. There's butternut squash curry, roasted vegetable soup with mint and goat's cheese. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying some of these recipes. So when you're looking for recipe books, don't be put off by weight loss or by the title diabetes. look inside and see what the recipes are. Hope you found that interesting. I really recommend you go out and have a look at this book at least, or maybe there's probably others out there that are similar, which I'm going to look for too. How do you feel about mindfulness? Have you tried it? I've never really done it. I've thought about it and I've read quotes and stuff, but I've never really sat down and written out a journal or anything, so I'm looking forward to that. And what's your opinions on hinching? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should be embracing cleaning and colouring pictures of her dog and doing little puzzles and things. I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, I'm going to hopefully do another video soon. It will be more reseller related, but obviously I've had a couple of weeks off from work and have done nothing in the way of sourcing or listing. So January the 4th, the shop opens again and I'll be back on it. So I'll speak to you soon and take care. Bye-bye.